messing with a country boy, a country boy, a country boy. Don't go messing with a country boy, don't mess with a country boy. When I was a little bitty boy, baby, I cut my teeth on a big old tree. Mama filled my bottle from my moonshine still. My first meal was the bass she killed.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Business Zenk, the Hillbilly Jim Edition. I'm your host, the future Hall of Famer, Scotty B. Bad. We're bringing my co-host, Raging Andrew. There he is right there. He's raging like usual, watching the pro wrestling in the background. Andrew likes pro wrestling. I just do it for fun, you know. But he'll tell you a few things. He's a winner of Jeopardy, Pro Wrestling Jeopardy. Have you got your AEW crate yet?
No, I actually looked it up today to see when they ship. And it's October, January.
So you'll get it next month. Yeah, that's. I'll be very interested to see. Hopefully, maybe you'll get tickets to the November pay-per-view that we're going to, and then we'll have front row seats.
I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. I'll
dress up like Uncle Elmer, you dress up like Hillbilly Jim, and that'll be our thing. We'll promote the podcast that way. Yep. I'm trying to put a blanket on me because I got. It's funny. My house, like, it's really hot here, and I got the AC cranked in my living room. And it's like
just turn it down if you're cold.
No, I want to keep it cold. But anyway, we're doing a Hillbilly Jim episode today. First off, tell the audience, that's all the people watching, what they get when we hit 100 subscribers, which could be next decade.
Yeah, we have a contest going on. We've had this contest going on, I think, since Newsstand versus Newsletter episode 6. What we are doing is, as soon as we get 100 subscribers, one of those people who subscribe, so not the 100th subscriber, but as soon as we get 100, we're going to put all the names into a randomizer, and one lucky winner is going to win a 3-month paid subscription to YouTube Premium. And if you've never had YouTube Premium, you will never, ever go back to regular YouTube.
I don't know how you can't have YouTube Premium. I mean, that's like paying my power bill.
Yeah,
right there. Like, I have it every time. I locked out last time. I actually had money when it came out. All right. First off, the dates. April 20th, 1990. We do a few historical things, but that's in basketball, so we'll talk about that when that comes up. Alex Riley turns 9 years old on this day. And so April 28th, 1990, what is Raging Andrew up to on that range day?
Well, I believe at this point I'm planning and getting excited for our trip that summer to Montreal. I'm still in school. I'm trying to figure out what grade I would be in. I think 4 or 5. I think 4. Yeah, I'm really into the pro wrestling. I right at this stage of the game, finally, the Hulkster's not the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion. And I know there was a period of time where he wasn't the heavyweight champion, but how he lost was Triple H-esque in losing but not really putting anybody over. But he did the same thing, I guess, again with
he kicked it like right at 3. So definitely
kicked it at 3, and it made it about him when he lost. But it was just a nice breath of fresh air to have him lose clean first time since I think Tony Atlas. And
America.
So that's what I was doing. Yeah,
he lost clean in Japan a bunch of times, but in America, for myself, I took you right out. That's my bad. For myself, wrestling. I was big into wrestling still. I went to see Mania 6 in a closed circuit. Funny story about that. I actually was sitting down. Hogan dropped the leg, and by the time I jumped, everyone jumped up. And then when everyone kind of let me see what the hell was going on, Warrior was standing there, and I was like, "What?" And I was mad. I was a Hogan guy, and I remember when that Mania was big. Man, 6 was big going into it because it was very divided. There was Hogan fans, there was Warrior fans, and I was a big Hogan guy. My friend was a Warrior fan, so we kind of went back and forth on who was going to win. I mean, it was pretty obvious, I think, at the time. If we would have been like we are now, we would have known. So like, it was pretty well known, I think, in the Observer and stuff. It was going to be Warrior. Would you not agree?
Well, I never had the Observer, and at that time, Hogan just didn't lose.
Yeah.
Like, he just didn't lose. So it really felt like, for the first time, a Mania main event, the outcome was in question.
Yeah.
Because I know people talk about Hogan and Andre, but there was no doubt that Hogan was going over in that match. But with this one, I could honestly see it going either way, because right down to the 0 hour. Vince loves Hulkster. He could have changed his mind and said, we're going to go with the proven commodity as opposed to the new thing. But they tried something new, but they didn't really try.
Yeah, well, they paid for Hogan main event everywhere. That's basically it, man. It's mostly like movies are kind of a big deal to me at this point in time, but wrestling's still top of the list, and music not so much as of yet. That comes later in the year. So we're gonna go over champions. We're here real quick for the it's not hard to tell you who the champion is, but we'll get Aaron to guess anyway. Who would that be?
Was it Dingo Warrior?
It was actually wrong. It was the Ultimate Warrior. Who was the IC champion?
Was it vacant?
Smokey? It was vacant, yes. Who were the tag team champions?
Repo Man and Mass Superstar.
The same one I got. There you go. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Black Scorpion.
It's Ric Flair. WWE Tag Team Champions.
Was it the Steiner Brothers?
It is the Steiner Brothers, yeah. U.S. Champion.
Can never go wrong guessing the total package. Narcissist.
Lex Luger. TV Champion.
Double A.
There we are. And U.S. Tag Team Champions.
This one, I wasn't 100% sure. Is it Zenk and Pillman?
It is Zenk and Pillman, yeah.
Our boy.
Back. AWA Champion.
Living legend.
Oh, sorry. I just woke up from my nap. Sleepy Larry Zbysko. AWA Tag Champions.
Is it DJ Peterson and the Trooper?
No.
Oh.
Destruction Crew. AWA Women's Champion. It wasn't Sherry Martel. She's not in the company, so just pick the other one.
Is it Candy Divine?
Yeah, I was going to say. It's one or the other. And the AWA Light Heavyweight Champion. I got to look this up, actually, because I don't know who this is. I think it's...
Was it Jonathan Stewart?
No, it was not. I'm pretty sure it was Michael Graham.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the match we watched, which we can't show because we'll get hit with copyright, for fuck's sakes, was Hillbilly Jim versus Earthquake, Saturday's main event. It was the end. It was the match at the end of the show. I'll put a link to it. Like, how they have all the stuff and then they have the last match at the end to put the big heel over. That's what it basically was. I found this match, it was super quick. God damn, it was fast. I found, man, Hillbilly was kind of stiff, eh?
Yeah, the thing about it was, I don't remember Hillbilly being on TV very much. We didn't get Challenge or Primetime. We were just getting Superstars, and Hillbilly didn't have a Superstar squash
forever.
I think since 85.
Yeah,
maybe 86. And the outcome was obvious, and I'm sure the video will be linked in the description.
Oh, yeah.
You see the length of the video and you think, really? They go 18 minutes?
They don't. They don't go 18 minutes. There's some stuff on there before that.
I stopped it right after the match, so I don't know what was on after that.
They just had some promos, stuff like that. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I want to stop right there. Did you want to record the NFL one right after this?
Yeah, we can do that.
I just figured might as well while it's fresh. Okay. So basically, Hillbilly comes in. Hillbilly pops him a couple times. I'm talking Hillbilly hits him. He hits him hard. He doesn't lay back, which is weird. I've seen that with Hillbilly a couple times when we watched his matches. He was a little stiff. And then Earthquake just takes over, beats the shit up, hits him with the splash. That's it. It's a squash.
Now, do you remember watching this Saturday night's main event as it happened?
Is this the one? But we're going to talk about because it's actually in the shows of the day. I think it's one perfect one, the Battle Royal, did he not?
It's funny because this is one of the ones where I'm sure I watched it as a kid, but I must have fell asleep before it was over. Because when I rewatched it on the network with corresponding with basically how I was doing is I was watching the pay-per-views, and if there was a Saturday night's main event in between the pay-per-views, I'd watch the Saturday night's main event. So I was trying to watch all the big events in order. Yeah. And I had no recollection of this.
Yeah, it's for me, after 89, dude, a lot of them are kind of blurry. Because I still watched them, but 89, because once Warrior wins that belt, man, it kind of...
Well, it's funny because it's kind of the opposite for me because I was so young. I would watch maybe the opening couple of matches and then fall asleep, if at all. Like I think my first Saturday night's main event was the one with Steel and Savage. One of the ones was Steel and Savage. God, I had a bunch.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was just like it was the end of the night. It was the last match of the night, just basically to put over Earthquake. I'm gonna go into the shows of the day. Superstars will find they have a IC title tournament match. Tito Santana defeated Akeem by countout.
I remember when this happened, I was shocked because I thought for sure Akeem was going over.
The Saturday's main event that we're talking about, Tussle in Texas. Tussle in Texas. And for some reason, it's star ratings. I don't know why. Hulk Hogan defeated Mr. Perfect. Earthquake defeated Hillbilly Jim. Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart versus different one. Rockers went to a double DQ. Also, Warrior defeated Haku, and Big Boss Man defeated Akeem by DQ. It's not in that order. I'm positive Earthquake and Jim go last, but I could be wrong.
I don't think they go last because I remember we were watching when I was watching the match. They were talking about still to come Hart Foundation versus the Rockers.
Okay, yeah, that was wrong. Okay, WF and Cow Palace. We have Paul Roma over Buddy Rose, Bruce Beefcake over The Genius, Rick Bartel over Ronnie Garvin, Tanaka and not Tanaka and Kato. Orient Express defeated the Rockers. Hillbilly Jim defeated Bob Bradley. Jim Duggan defeated Akeem. Sherry defeated Sapphire, and Roddy Piper defeated Macho Man Randy Savage. We go to Philly next.
Talk about a show saved by the main event.
In Philly, this is the afternoon, so I'm positive. This one, Al Perez defeated Mark Young. Coco Ware defeated Brooklyn Brawler. Dino Bravo defeated the Red Rooster. The Warlord defeated Tito Santana. Bossman defeated Ted DiBiase. Rhythm and Blues defeated the Bushwhackers. In the main event, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Mr. Perfect. They're in Boston, I think, either that night or day.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah, sure.
If they knew they were going to have Warrior and Perfect as one of the house show, I don't want to say feuds, but like matches, why are you having Beefcake go over Perfect at Mania?
Why are you trying to figure that out? It's WF. Boss is actually a different card altogether. Boss has Paul Diamond over Jim Powers, Tugboat over Black Bart, Bad News over Hercules, Demolition and the Hart Foundation went to a double countout. Haku defeated question mark. That's an interesting character. The Barbarian defeated Jimmy Snuka, and Hulk Hogan defeated Earthquake by DQ. Average age 35. You're almost up. I'm going to go to Portland next. In Portland, we have Beetlejuice and Big Beetlejuice defeated the Wrecking Crew. Larry Oliver defeated Curtis Thompson. Scott Norton defeated Brian Adams. Billy Jerk Haynes defeated Bill Francis, which I think is a football player because he did wrestle after he played football. Ricky Santana defeated Al Madrill. Rip Oliver defeated Moondog Moretti. And P.S., have you seen Rip Oliver on the shoots?
I have not.
No, funny shit. Just check it out. I mean, I'll link it if I find it again. And the main event, Brian Adams defeated Sky the Body, a.k.a. Raven. Andrew, go through the Martial Arts Festival in 1990.
Yeah, it looked to be, like as I was reading it, it looked to be a women's show, but then I get to the main event. But anyway, this is held at the Tsuyashi Sports Center in Nagoya. We start off with Devil Masami defeated Harley Saito in 12 minutes and 3 seconds. Then Hiroshi Hitakaru defeated Hideki Kawachi in 14:26. Miss A defeated Eagle Sawai in 7 minutes and 2. And then in the main event, a different style fight, which is, of course, a mixed martial arts match. Masahashi Hyogi versus Ryuma Go ended without a winner as a draw after 10 rounds. Average age of the wrestlers, 25.9. So we got a young show.
Yeah. This one here, WCW in San Jose, California. Mike Rotunda defeated Gary Albright, which is interesting. Gary Albright's in WCW at that time. Jack Victory defeated David Sierra. Tommy Zenk, our boy, defeated Mean Mark Callis by DQ.
Wow, holds a victory over the Taker.
Yeah. Ron Simmons and Samu defeated Johnny Ace and Tommy Rich. And the main event, it might be the main event. Rock and Roll Express defeated Jack Victory and Bobby Eaton. Average age of wrestlers 29.7 years old. We're going to jump into ASW in Salisbury. Is that? No, that's in England.
Must be All-Star.
Kid McCoy versus Mal Sanders. Nothing there. It's just all the verse. I'm not going to bother with that one. That's just pointless. WCW and Acola. Where the hell is that? We're going to find out in a second. Florida. Audience, 1,700. It's the exact same card. Exact same card. Nothing different than the last one. That's fucking ridiculous. USWA in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Ben Jordan defeated Rockin' Randy. Chris Champion defeated Rooster Caborn. Southern Rockers, which is Rex King and Steve Dahl, defeated Uptown Posse, Brickhouse Brown and Sweet Daddy Falcon. And Jimmy Valiant defeated Jerry Lawler in the main event. 34.6 years old is the average age. All-Star Wrestling in England also. Let's take a look at that one.
Not counting Heroes of Wrestling. What show that you've seen do you think had the oldest average age of wrestlers?
Oh, jeez, that's so on the spot. I'll have to think about that one. Get back to you.
Think about it. Yeah.
Skull Murphy versus Tony St. Clair in a winner, no winner with a time limit draw. Doc Dean defeated Billy Reed. Julie Starr defeated someone I cannot pronounce. We'll call Claudia Kate. David Finlay defeated Mark Rocco. And last but not least, WCW Baltimore, Maryland. This one here has Road Warrior Animal and Rick Steiner defeated Arn Anderson and Ole Anderson. Brian Pillman defeated Rick Morgan. I'm thinking Hawk probably got suspended for something. Norman Lunatic defeated Cactus Jack. Paul Ellering defeated Teddy Long by countout. Eddie Gilbert and Kevin Sullivan went to a double countout. And in the main event, steel cage match, Lex Luger defeated Ric Flair. I'm guessing it wasn't for the title because they did a Dusty finish.
That does look like the best card of the day because it's a weekday.
Yeah, it's a Saturday too, which is strange.
Yeah.
That's all the events of the day. So let's jump into sports. This is the playoffs actually for basketball. First game, New York at Boston.
Baseball?
Basketball. Yeah.
I'm going to say Celtics 113, Knicks 104.
Knicks 128, Celtics 157. Oh, wow. Most points ever scored up to that point in a playoff game in history. Indiana at Detroit.
99-87 for Detroit.
87 Indiana, 100 for Detroit. Dallas against Portland.
124 to 110 for Portland.
114 Portland, 107 Dallas. Denver at San Antonio.
109 to 108 for Denver.
129 San Antonio, 120 Denver. I'll go over this. Even though the season's over, we'll go over the best records and all that jazz. God damn it. This fucking key. I cannot believe my mouse doesn't work. Actually, well, I know how to plug that anyway. Give me a second here. Plug my mouse back in because I don't have to click on anything. I'm just going to roll. And with that, I can do that. Instead of hitting that fucking button. Go back here. Here we go. I move my juice, my Gatorade. Was it considered Gatorade juice?
No.
What would you consider it?
Sports drink.
I'm an athlete. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. All right. Eastern. Okay, so the best team in the Atlantic Division in the Eastern Conference.
Was it Boston?
Philadelphia, 53 and 29. Best in the Central Division.
Detroit?
Yeah, 59-23. Best in the Midwest Division.
Denver?
San Antonio, 56-26. And best in the Pacific Division.
Was it Portland?
LA, Lakers. And who had the worst record in the NBA this year?
Was it the Clippers?
The New Jersey Nets, 17-65. All right. I don't know why for some reason I have the NBA stands there twice. MLB. Philadelphia Phillies at the Atlanta Braves.
I'm going to say 3-1 Phillies.
2-1 Phillies. Oakland Athletics at the Boston Red Sox.
12-4 for Oakland.
Wow. No, but it's 12-3 for Boston. Good try. Seattle at Baltimore.
5-0 Seattle.
4-3 Seattle. Toronto Blue Jays at the Chicago White Sox.
7-5 for Toronto.
5-4 White Sox. Montreal Expos at the Cincinnati Reds.
Well, you're asking me a question about the Expos, so they've definitely lost. So I'm going to say 5-1 for Cincinnati.
6-4 Cincinnati. They always lose, when they bring them up. I think they only won like once. Minnesota Twins at the Cleveland Indians.
8-1 Twins.
3-0 Cleveland. Milwaukee Brewers at Detroit Tigers.
4-2 Milwaukee.
13-5 Detroit. New York Mets at the Houston Astros.
6-3 for Houston.
8-4 Houston. Texas Rangers at Kansas City Royals.
3-0 Kansas City.
9-2 Texas. Chicago Cubs at the Los Angeles Dodgers.
4-1 Dodgers.
5-4 Dodgers. California Angels at the New York Yankees.
2-0 Yankees.
3-2 Yankees. Pittsburgh Pirates, House Club Steelers at the San Diego Padres.
5-4 Pittsburgh.
4-3 Pittsburgh. And finally, your St. Louis Cardinals at the San Francisco Giants.
1-0 Cardinals.
5-0 Cardinals. I'm not going over the standings because it's really early in the year and there's no point. In hockey, we only have one game. Game 6 of the Norris Divisional Finals. The Chicago Blackhawks at the St. Louis Blues.
4-3 Chicago.
4-2 St. Louis. That's how the series at 3. For their standings, we'll do it for the season. The Norris Division.
Was it St. Louis?
Chicago. Calgary. I just gave you the fucking spite. Who won the spite division?
Calgary Flames.
I don't say. 42-23-15. Adams Division.
Was it Montreal?
Boston.
Is one of the
but Boston, Buffalo, then Montreal.
Oh wow.
In the Patriot Division.
Was it the Rangers?
It was. They did not have a good 36-31-13. That's not a good record. Who had the worst records? That's so weird. Well, listen to this one. I want to read off the Patrick to you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? 36-31-13 New York. 37-34-9 Devils. 36-38-6 Capitals. Well, I guess the other one's like 31. It's still like a really close division. Worst team would be... Let's take a look here. Yeah, it was the Quebec Nordiques. They fucking sucked. And all right.
Well, they turned that into Sundin. I mean, they had Sakic, Sundin, and then they got Lindros. I mean, but they were pretty bomb. Late mid-90s. Okay, get to music, movies, and we're not doing TV today, so TV's not getting done. Sorry, people. You're not going to get to see what the Andrew got to watch at 10 years old. Top singles. How Can We Be Lovers? Michael Bolton, your favorite of all time. All Around the World, Lisa Stansfield. I Want to Be Rich, Calloway. Don't Want to Fall in Love, Jane Child. And what is the number one single? April 28th, 1990. Man, was it Janie's Got a Gun?
Nothing compares to Sinead O'Connor. And I don't care what anyone says. Killer fucking song. Oh, yeah. How do you feel with it? Yeah, like unfucking real. It's fucking good shit, man.
Better than the Prince version.
Am I a fan of that? And I love Prince. I'm not a fan of his version. I think some used to Sinead's version, maybe. If I would have heard Prince's version first, I might have liked it, but okay. Top albums: Forever Your Girl, Paula Abdul. Nick of Time, Bonnie Raitt. Soul Provider, Michael Bolton. Rhythm Nation, 1814, Janet Jackson. And what is the number one album of April 28th, 1990?
Sinead O'Connor's.
You are correct. Yeah. Now, before we get to the next thing, what did she pass away from? Was it the word we can't say on YouTube?
It's an astrological sign if you were born in July or late June.
What in the world are you talking about?
Cancer.
Was it that she's passed away from? Really?
Cancer, I believe. Yeah.
I never knew that. I thought it was something. It must have been pretty quiet. Okay. Movies for the week: The Hunt for October, Space Invaders, The Guardian, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and what's the number one movie? April 28th, 1990.
Was it Pretty Woman?
It was. Never seen it. Don't care for
really?
either actor. Yeah, no, I don't care for either one of them. Don't care for Julia Roberts. I don't care for the other ones. I don't care for either one.
Have you seen Primal Fear?
No.
Oh, I highly recommend Primal Fear. That'll make you turn around on Richard Gere. He does an excellent performance in that movie.
So that's a quick version of This Is Zinc. This is a fast one today, kids, because can't show the videos anymore because Uncle Scotty's going to get us banned from YouTube, and got to get that YouTube premium to you guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe if you're still here, which you're fucking not. And don't forget the 100 subscriber. We're going to do the random draw to pick up 3 months free of YouTube Premium. YouTube, you can thank us also, because if we give someone this for 3 months, you got someone forever, because it's common. So until next time, thank you for joining us at Business Inc. Have yourself a fabulous afternoon.
Morning, waking up alone.
Another night, another fight. It seems it never ends. Another town, then another show. Tonight I'll be